Hello, my friends. My name is Jack, and my story today is different. Let me introduce you to my friends Michael and William. Our story began during our studies, and due to the fact that our homes were far from the university, we decided to take an apartment near the university to live in during the study period. While we were studying, Michael said, "Guys, I feel very hungry. I'm going to order pizza. Will anyone eat with me?" "We just had lunch half an hour ago, Michael," William and I said in unison. "Do you call what we ate lunch?" You know that Chef William is fantastic at cooking to the point where he burned the rice and put sugar on the peas instead of salt. My stomach is upset. I'll order food from outside. "Will anyone eat with me?" I said with William in unison. "I will." We looked at each other and laughed. Michael ordered pizza for us, and we sat down to continue studying until we heard the doorbell. It seems like the food delivery man. "Michael, please open the door." "Why don't you open the door?" "I can't move. You go." I sighed and stood up to open the door for the food delivery man. But what was suspicious was that after I opened the door, I found no one there. When I was about to close the door, my eyes fell on a box. I felt fear and anxiety about what was inside, especially since it was moving. "Guys, come here quickly and see what I found." They came quickly and William asked, "What's inside this box, and why is it moving? What do you think is inside?" "Maybe a cat, bird, or a pet," I replied. "Should we stand here and think about this box?" "Let me lift this cloth to see what's inside," Michael said. And indeed, Michael lifted the cloth. And that's when we were shocked. It was a baby inside the box. "Oh my God, it's a little baby. Who brought him here? And why?" I said. "Let's go inside and think about what we're going to do in this catastrophe," William said. We closed the door and put the baby on the table, then looked at him, shocked. "What are we going to do now with this baby? And who is his family? I can't believe how daring they are to leave him in front of the house like this," I said. "I can't believe it either. He's so cute. Look at him. It seems like he's not even 2 months old." Suddenly we heard the doorbell ringing again. We all ran to the door, and when we opened it, we found the food delivery man. We took the food from him, closed the door, and went back to thinking about this catastrophe that had befallen us. And while we were thinking, the baby started crying loudly. "Oh my God, please stop crying. Please stop. The lady of the house, Bella, will hear us." She picked him up and tried to calm him down, but his crying only increased. "It seems like he's hungry, but what will he eat? I don't have any experience with babies." "Of course, a baby at this age won't eat pizza. Let's go to the market and buy him some milk." "Great idea, and I also want to buy some things. Let's go." We all got dressed and left the house with the baby. We got into the car, and William drove us to the market. We searched for milk and found some coffee and sweets on sale, so we bought them too. We paid for everything and went back to the car to put our purchases away. "I can't believe we bought all of this for half the price." "I know, and I found my favorite coffee and some popcorn. We're going to have a great night." "Guys, I feel like we forgot something, but I can't remember," I said. "Me too, but it's okay. If we need something else, we'll come back." "Wait, where's the baby?" We ran back into the market looking for the baby. "Jack, where did you put him?" William asked. "I put him on a shelf when I saw my favorite coffee." We ran to the shelf and found the baby crying with his hands in his mouth. I kissed his forehead and said, "I'll take you out to calm down, and I'll wait for you in the car. Bring the milk and baby supplies, and don't be late." They nodded, and I left with the baby. I rocked him in my arms until he calmed down, and after a while, my friends returned. William drove us back to the house. How are we going to feed him now? Should we ask Google? We'll warm up the milk, and then we'll try to feed him. Okay, Michael, go warm up the milk quickly. After Michael warmed up the milk, I watched my mom feed my little sister milk. Let me try it. Are you sure about this, William? Yes, don't worry. But don't just stand there. I'm getting nervous. We sat down and I gave him the baby as well as the milk. He calmly started to feed him until the baby fell asleep. I held him gently and placed him on my bed. I returned to my friends saying, "Okay, it's not that easy. What do we do now? It's impossible to keep him. And we definitely can't just leave him at a shelter. We need to think of a good solution for us and for him. I think the best thing to do is to take him to an orphanage and talk to the director there. At least they'll take good care of him." I agree with William. The sooner we do it, the better, Michael added. Okay, in the morning we'll go to the orphanage and do as William suggested. And now, let's go to sleep. I'll let the little one sleep with me. We want to choose a name for him. What do you think of the name Michael? It's a great name, and the person who bears it has a handsome face and a kind heart. We laughed and I told him, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but if it's a boy, I'll name him Jack. Stop, let's go to sleep before he wakes up. As soon as he finished speaking, we heard the baby crying. We ran to the room, tried to calm him down, but he continued to cry. Why is he crying? Could he be hungry again? I don't think so. It looks like his diaper is full. We need to change it, William said. I gave the baby to William, saying, you take care of this, and I'll go to sleep. You won't move from here. We'll take care of this together. We placed the baby on the bed, and William changed his diaper. Suddenly he said, guys, it's a girl, not a boy. I laughed and said, this is great. Oh my God, she's beautiful. What should we name her? Let's name her Lucy. A great name. Look at her sleeping like an angel. Yes, let's go to sleep before she wakes up. It's been a tiring day. And before we could go to sleep, we heard someone knocking on the door. It looks like we won't be sleeping tonight. Who could be here at this time? It's after midnight, I said. I don't know, let's open and see. And indeed, we opened the door to find Mrs. Bella, the owner of the building we lived in, whose apartment was located above ours. She said to us, I heard the sound of a crying baby. Do you have anything? Is everything okay? William nervously replied, no, there are no children here. It seems like it's just the TV. I looked at the TV and found it was turned off. If you're hiding something from me, I'll kick you out of the house. Believe me, Mrs. Bella, there are no children here. It was just the TV. Then Lucy screamed and began to cry. Mrs. Bella looked at us and said, okay, it seems like it was the TV. Move aside. She entered the room and went to the bed, saying, oh my God, she's so small. What is she doing here and who brought her? We'll tell you everything, Mrs. Bella. But how do we make her stop crying? It seems like she's hungry. Did you bring milk? I fed her about an hour ago, and there's more milk in the kitchen. She started to feed Lucy until she fell asleep. And then she said, okay, tell me everything. What is a baby who isn't even 2 months old doing in your apartment? We started telling her everything, and as we talked, her eyes began to tear up, and she said, crying, I can't believe how she can sleep while her daughter is far away from her like this. I caused an accident with my husband a year after our marriage, and he died. As for me, my uterus bled severely, and the doctor decided to remove it. I've been sterile all my life, and my work is everything to me. I grew up alone until this day. I'm sorry for what happened to you. It's okay, but don't send her to an orphanage. God sent her as a gift to me to make up for what happened to me in the past. I don't want to die without children. I'll consider her as my daughter, who God gifted me with. Michael said, and Lucy won't be your only daughter. You'll have 3 more children, Mom. And here, my friends, my story ends. Sometimes God takes something away from you, but he sends you a gift to compensate you for everything.